Is there any point to owning two belts? I mean, one keeps your pants up just fine, right? I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling vlogger who always tells it like it is. Yeah, Tropical Storm Isaiah is right outside my door pretty much, but things are fine right now. And I'm sort of ballsing this. I'm not using a teleprompter or anything like that. I just didn't feel like writing, I guess. But I know what I'm talking about, so here we go. So Bayley and Becky Lynch each now have two titles. Both have a brand's women's title, and they both own the women's tag team titles. Yippee. Why would they want the extra work? I mean, they have been hopping around both Raw and SmackDown and occasionally NXT, but do they really have to? By the way, Io Shirai, you may want to lay low. I mean, those girls probably don't realize that NXT has a women's championship and they may want to go for 3. And then travel across the pond to NXT UK and get that title, who knows? But having 2 championships, at least, it's a lot of work, I'm sure. And why would you want the extra work? Sure, there's a lot of prestige to it, but you gotta defend every title that you have. And even though Bayley and Banks may have each other's backs when it comes to their individual titles, and the tag titles for that matter, it's just going to be title match after title match after title match, and it doesn't always work out that way. Sooner or later, like I predicted 2 weeks ago, one of them is going to lose the singles title, then the other's going to lose the singles title, then they're both going to lose the tag title, then they're going to blame each other, then they're going to feud. Hopefully that'll be soon. How the mighty have fallen. But having 2 championships to defend, no bueno. And they knew about it long before, decades before. The first champion I've heard of to have 2 titles at the same time, although I get the feeling it's happened before that, was the Ultimate Warrior after WrestleMania 6 when he beat Hulk Hogan for the WWE Championship while still holding the Intercontinental Championship. Now back then I thought if one person could handle both belts, it would be the Ultimate Warrior. But then President Jack Tunney said, no, he can't. He should defend the WWE Championship. I'm relinquishing the Intercontinental Championship from him and setting up a tournament to find a new champ. Worked out pretty well for him. Since then, even though double champs have been few and far between, they have been prominent. For instance, Diesel and Shawn Michaels, one who was WWE champ, one was Intercontinental champ, took the tag team titles from, I believe, Owen Hart and the British Bulldog. Of course, Owen Hart and Yokozuna were the champs at the time, but for some reason they said Yokozuna couldn't make it. Diesel and Shawn Michaels won the titles, but then sneakily they said, hey, you didn't fight the champions, so you got to give those belts back. So they did. And they quickly lost them to the Smoking Guns, but that's another story. I remember the 2-man power trip of Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H. Again, one world champ, one Intercontinental champ, beating the tag team champions. And it looked like they were going to start a reign of terror, but then Triple H tore a muscle that left him out for months and months. So that's not very good. Then there was Kurt Angle, who was Eurocontinental champion. European and Intercontinental Champion, going into WrestleMania 2000, and he lost both belts in one night. One to Chris Benoit, one to Chris Jericho. Most recent male two belts champion was Seth Rollins, who was WWE and United States champion. Then at the next Clash of Champions, he lost the US title back to John Cena, although he did win the WWE, he did keep the WWE Championship in Sting's last match. And then, of course, there was Becky Two Belts. Becky Lynch won the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships at WrestleMania 2 years ago. Last year, sorry. WrestleMania 36 from Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair. But the very next time she was asked to defend the SmackDown Championship, she lost it. Of course, she held on to the Raw title until the man became the mother. We still hope she has an easy pregnancy, and hopefully she'll be back afterwards, but who knows. So I'm sure that there are other examples that I left out. Oh, there is one from TNA when Kurt Angle was there, when he was NXT champ, Division X champ, and the sole tag team champ all at the same time. I don't know how he survived that. But it's just way too much responsibility for one wrestler to take. I mean, for boxers, it's fine. Mike Tyson held on to 3 belts for a long time, but only because he defended all 3 at the same time. If he had to defend one, and then another, and then a third within 3 months of each other, I get the feeling he wouldn't have lasted as long. And since each title in the WWE is its own entity and really cannot be unified, at least when it comes to primary and secondary titles, or any title and a tag team title, it's just a lot more work. Sooner or later, Bayley and Sasha Banks are going to get burned out. So, note to all future WWE champions out there. Don't go chasing dual belts. Please stick to the singular belts that you're used to. I know that you want to have it your way or nothing at all, but having 2 titles to defend, you're going to be burning out too fast. I'm Chris Wolvie, the Wrestling Blogger, who always tells it like it is. Stay safe, and I'll see you.